Hello and welcome to the Parenting Tools podcast. My name is Jason.
And my name is Jordan, and today we are coming to you remote. This is weird. We're not in the same room as we talk about all the ups, downs, left, rights, twists and turns of parenting.
Sweet, I'm so tired. Sweet, I'm so tired of treating me this way. I'm sick and then I'm
So Jace, how are we doing?
Doing really well. Today's Pancake Day.
Oh, it is Pancake Day. Is this a
Have you
UK
taken
thing?
advantage of this?
I have partaken, yes. Shout out to my sister-in-law Hannah, who made us some pancakes earlier. Had a lovely time.
I don't know if it's just a UK thing. If you're an international listener, if you're I went a bit Sean Connery there. If you're an international listener and you don't know what Pancake Day is, or you just know it's a UK thing, please do let me know. That's the most efficient way.
Shrove Tuesday. I believe in France it's Mardi Gras.
What does that mean? Pancake Day in French?
I think it just means have a great time.
I've no idea. But
Could be wrong.
Noah's got a milk allergy, and I was a little bit annoyed today. I just rang randomly at 9:30 today, and I just went, "Oh, it's Pancake Day," but they no, I can't have any pancakes at school because obviously she's got a milk allergy, and there's nothing they could do about it. I'm like, pancakes are pretty easy to make. You just change it for almond milk. And so I jumped in the car with some ready-made pancake mixture, with a milk alternative powder, bombed it down to school, and donned it in. And Noah was none the wiser. There was
nice.
a brief 30-minute period where I thought, because Noah did not sleep well last night at all. So this morning she was just crying at every opportunity. She was so tired. I thought she was going to have a miserable day. That she was going to come home and say, and everyone else had pancakes, and I just had to eat the fruit. And so made sure that
So you
wasn't
saved the day.
the case. Absolute hero, if I do say so myself.
Rocked up. So what's your pancake topping of choice? What's your go-to?
Always Nutella and banana.
Solid. That's pretty solid.
I do sometimes. Now, this is definitely overkill. I have dabbled with a mini egg, but they're chunky. Some Maltesers have also featured
So
in the
not
pancake.
so not savoury pancakes.
No, bacon, no, not like lemon and sugar, just chocolate of every kind.
I've got a friend who has vinegar
Ugh.
on his pancake.
Oh, no, that's disgusting. Does he put salt on it as well? So salt and vinegar pancakes? Or just
I don't
vinegar?
know.
I could understand.
I think just a bit of vinegar.
I could even understand gravy. I could understand gravy at a push. Gravy and pancakes, similar to a Yorkshire pudding, but not vinegar. Too far.
Not vinegar. Vinegar's a step too far. No, I will not be
Definitely is.
partaking in a vinegar pancake. Jace, we've got an opening question from Peter. Now, this is a really good question. It's coming on Instagram, and it's all about your attitude before and after having children. So Peter says this: on a recent episode, Jason said about not caring what people think anymore. Is there anything you do since having children that you wouldn't do before? For example, I hate dancing and always feel like I'm being watched and judged, so I have always avoided it. But if Thomas, my nearly 3-year-old, asks, I'm straight up dancing and don't care what idiots we look. The smile on his face
100%.
is all I care about in that moment.
100%. Peter, I'm with you. Dancing right up there.
Dancing.
I would quite happily now be like dancing in the middle of Aldi, like making up a song about asparagus or whatever it is that we've decided to put in the basket, all for the joy of my daughter.
If you're making up a song about asparagus, what are you rhyming with asparagus?
Nothing. I'm a one word song guy.
No rhymes here.
No rhymes. If you can't find a rhyme or it doesn't come to mind, just say the word on repeat, different ways.
Spell it.
I can't spell asparagus, so we'll just stick with it.
That's a really good question. Yeah, I think like dancing. I was with my kids today and my nephew, just singing the Wheels on the Bus. And I suppose it's weird if you do that without kids. Do you know, like when you're at uni and there's always someone with an acoustic guitar and like they start singing Wonderwall? If you cracked out Twinkle Twinkle Little Star in Freshers, like I don't think it would go down.
Yeah, like rocking up to a soft play. That's probably strange without children.
Yeah, going on the swings.
Yeah, there's definitely it changes your perspective, doesn't it? Like when you value your kids or your child's just like enjoyment or just life over everything else. It just very few things matter as much.
Yeah, their opinion matters the most, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So, yeah, really good question. Thank you, Peter. And if you're listening and there's anything that you'd say, no, not me, never be doing that, get in touch at Parenting Tools Pod if you now do it. Another one that's just come to mind: stickers. Always got stickers on me, like fairy stickers. And in the past, you take your coat off, you get somewhere, someone goes, "Oh, you've got a sticker on you." It doesn't faze me. Normally, I'd be like, "Oh, a bit embarrassing."
Yeah. That's a huge one. Having like a dirty T-shirt, like a T-shirt that it wasn't dirty before you left the house, but just being okay with the fact that when you arrive, wherever it is that you're going to arrive, if it's got smudges and stuff on it, doesn't matter. It's fine. It does not faze me. I'm not bothered anymore.
We went to record an episode a few weeks ago, and you had a black top on and a white stain. And I said to you, thinking, I'd want to be told. And I said to you, you've got a bit of a mark on you. And you just went, yeah, I know.
Again, gone are the days where I would go change and use a fresh bit of clothing or wash it. No, it was clean when I put it on. Sometimes it's not even clean when I put it on. Not going to lie.
So thank you, Peter, for that question. Really appreciate that one. Jay, should we dive into funny things your kids have said this week?
Yeah, I will start off nice and strong. This morning, I was sat on the toilet and I could hear Noah like making noise in the kitchen. She's got herself up. She's doing really well. And like she's moving a little stool around the kitchen trying to reach stuff. And then I heard her just go, and she knocked on the door and she went, "Daddy, I'm sorry to say, but I can't reach the cereal." I just thought, who in her life uses that phrase? I'm sorry to say, but it was brilliant.
Embodied by like a 40-year-old.
Yeah. But it was like she fully understood this was going to inconvenience me because she was like, I can't do this myself, and I'm sorry about that, but you're going to have to pour me some cereal. It was so funny. Yeah, it took me off guard. I think that's the thing. Like when your kids come out with phrases that you don't expect, or maybe you say them but you're just not really that aware, and like completely takes you off guard. It's just so funny.
Yeah. My 3-year-old has started to say fart recently.
Ooh, good choice.
And it's funny, but it's one of those ones where like you say, "Oh, don't say that," but I say it. It's not a bad word, but it's one of those words we tell kids not to say. But there I am.
Yeah.
Dropping the, I was going to say the F-bomb. That's a very different word. Dropping
for some reason, fart just seems so much more aggressive. I have found myself using the toddler version, pop in normal adult language, which again is a bit of an odd thing. When that's another thing for Peter. Like when you say a toddler phrase around adults, and like I used to be a little bit embarrassed. Not anymore. I'm owning it. I've completely owned it. It's fine. It's part of my language. Pop.
Another thing that was funny, but potentially might have had serious ramifications. My little girl, her name's Mila, spelled Mila. so quite often gets confused with Mila. And she came home from nursery one day. She was quite grumpy, and we said, "What's wrong?" And she said that one of the women called her Mila. And so my brother-in-law, her uncle, calls her Mila to wind her up. And she always goes, I'm not Mila. So we get to, when we went to Belgium recently, we went to passport control on the French border. And the security was a really nice chap, French guy. He goes, bonjour, Mila, like this to Mila. And Luca just leans across and he goes, her name's not Mila. So we were like, oh, that's cute. And then actually we're thinking, if the security, like border control goes, well, then who is she? we could be in trouble.
What is her name?
Yeah, who is this child? So it's what we were going, just stop. Just, she can be Mila today, it's fine.
That's even worse. She can be Mila today.
Yeah, today she is who the security guards say she is. So oh, but we were driving off having a giggle, saying that could have been quite bad. So we've also had a comment from Rob on TikTok who has said this. My 7-year-old daughter said, Daddy, you've got something on your chin. When I said where, she said, it's on the third chin down. Oh, my word. Violated.
Yeah, I think there's an honesty. There's an honesty that children sometimes you just wish they didn't have. But
yeah, the third one. Not even the second. There's a stack.
At what point do you try and guide your child's humour?
Had this conversation recently, you know.
Really?
Just kind of like, yeah, it's you need to know the line between like funny and annoying. So like you can have a laugh, but I think this was a bedtime when it was right, stick your pajamas on, and the pajamas are getting swung around the head. It's like, well, that's funny, but yeah, it's time to put pajamas on. And it was just like yes, it was funny the first time, but so that's not really guiding their humour, but it's trying to understand when to stop having a laugh and when to start listening. And it's probably a line that I'm still finding myself. But yeah, that was one of those conversations where it's like, how do you bridge this with a 5-year-old?
See, I was thinking along the lines of like Project Mbappe.
Like Project McIntyre.
Yeah. Yeah. Like how do you make sure that they have good, like, is there a way to cheat the system where they are just comedy geniuses?
That's clever.
Like, it'd probably inappropriate just to stick them in front of a comedian 45 minutes.
Yeah.
But the reason I say it is Noah's been learning how to write. And so wherever she goes, she loves like a note. If there's a notepad and pen, she will love to write you a message. And it's really adorable. We were driving back. I can't remember where it was from. It was from church on Sunday. And Noah's in the back, and so was Em. I was with my in-laws, and Noah's writing Em all these little notes, and like it was like, my mummy is the best in the world. She'd write that note. It was really cute. And then she put like, I love mummy so much. And then she sent one which was a little bit confusing. Why did the fish cross the road?
Why did the fish cross the road?
There was no answer, but because it was the chicken's day off or something like that. But she's heard that why did the chicken cross the road is a joke. She doesn't understand why it's funny. No one understands why it's funny. But she's just changed it to a fish, and it's at one point I go, that's funny from a bit sarcastic. But how do I then steer this into a money making machine 20 years down the road?
We saw a chicken crossing the road the other day, you know.
Did she?
Liam was buzzing. Yeah, Liam was having a great time. She was like,
Did
"There's
you
a
ask
chicken
its
crossing the
intentions?
road."
Where was it headed?
Yeah, why are you off to? Yeah, where are you going?
But like, so I do wonder. So like, Noah has a list of now 11 things that she wants to do when she's older. 11 jobs.
Oh yeah, nice.
The 11th one is a mechanic. She wants to be a car mechanic. Because I need to
That would
take
be useful.
I needed to take my car to the garage, and I was explaining to her how it would be so much easier if I knew how to fix the issue myself. And so
she's stepping
all right,
up.
she went, that's my 11th job I want to learn how to do. It's like, great, fair play. The top one she wants to be an astronaut, but
Solid.
specifically I think they're all scientists, but she wants to be a scientist astronaut. I think they're all scientists.
Yeah, but
At
not
what
like a driver.
point- Yeah. She wants to be like head research. I don't know what she wants.
Collect
to be.
samples.
Yeah, but she wants to be in space. It's a great ambition. At what point, as a parent, do you take that and go, okay, here's the things that you need to be good at to achieve that goal? Because I'm pretty sure for an astronaut, you got to start early. You got to be good at maths. Do we get and do like astronaut drills in the morning?
Start spinning around. Get used to the G-forces.
We get to trampolining quite a lot.
Yeah, get in one of those machines where they just
Like
spin.
one of those little skydiving machines. Have you seen those?
Yeah, I've been in one of those. Really cool.
Have you? Is it good?
Yeah, it is good. Yeah, it's really good. It's a bit like of a weird sensation, but it's good fun.
But how soon is too soon?
Never soon enough. I don't know. I don't imagine astronauts start at like 4.
But on like a serious side of it, like we've taken to like the space center and stuff like that, and that's driven because of her. Like she wants to know more, so we'll book and go. It's not like we're forcing her to study the planets. She genuinely loves it, so it's just trying to figure out how do I encourage that. But also, being an astronaut, I know nothing about. Like this is not something that I have a casual interest in that I can help. Like, I don't even know the order of the planets. Is that common knowledge?
I don't know. I don't think I could reel them off.
I know Mercury's in there.
Well, speaking of planets, there was this thing in the UK last week, the planet alignment, where all the planets just lined up and you could see them.
Oh yeah, you texted me about this.
It was really good. So I'm not an astronomer. I don't know what the difference is. I think astronomy is the right one. As you can tell,
Sure.
whatever it is, I'm not it. And
Neil
I got
deGrasse
this
Tyson.
Neil deGrasse. Yeah, so I'm not into like space and planets and stuff, but one of my mates said to me, "Oh, you can see the planets this week," and he said that he got this app, like this augmented reality app that you just hold at the sky and it shows you where stuff is. So got this app, went out, and we could see Venus, Jupiter, Mars, Uranus was there in the distance.
Good pronunciation there.
Well, I saw a meme the other day. Well, it wasn't a meme; it was just a video that went viral, and it was to do with like this planet alignment. And it was someone on the news just said to this little boy, "What's your favorite planet?" And he looked up at his mum, and she went, "You can say it." And he just looked back at the camera and went, "Uranus." So no, that was quite cool. So yeah, the next day we went out again and took the kids, and the kids loved seeing them. It's quite like they just look like big stars, really. But it was quite cool to be able to say with this app, that's Mercury, that's Jupiter. Obviously, you could see Mars was a bit red, but the kids loved it, so that was quite fun. So look forward to that happening again in 40 years' time. Bring it on.
Is that how long it takes?
I think so.
Oh, and I missed it. Gutted.
Wow. There's always next time.
But like, and in America, like there's, or at least I assume there's something like space camp. I assume that's a thing because it's in like movies and stuff. Do we have an equivalent in the UK? Does that happen?
I don't think we really have camps, do we? Like they do in America, like band camp and space camp.
I think we've got Fat Camp. Brat Camp. Do you remember that? Is that a niche reference?
No, that's over my head, mate. That is like the stars themselves, way above my head. Jace, we've also had recently we've had an email come in from CJ. Now, do you remember a few weeks ago we had a message from CJ, and you weren't quite sure if CJ was a boy or a girl, a man or a woman.
I can't remember.
So CJ's been in and clarified, been in touch. So CJ says this: "Hi guys, I'm a massive fan of your podcast and thought I would contribute with what my son has said this week. Well, the other day he was standing behind me on the sofa and pretended to cut my hair, saying, 'Snip, snip, snip.' I turned to him and asked, 'Are you going to be a barber?' He said, 'No, Daddy. Daddy going to be a barber.' This made me smile, as he doesn't know that I have recently applied for a college course in barbering in order to follow a new path in life. I love the idea that without knowing, he has confirmed to me that this is what I really want to do. And unknowingly, he supports me. This is my second contribution to the pod, my first being the best part of 2024 was the birth of my first daughter. Both my partner and I had a massive laugh when you guys thought she might be one of 7 children. Just thought I'd clear up. I have a son and now 1 daughter, both incredibly beautiful and amazing. Many thanks, CJ, brackets, male." So thank you, CJ.
Oh, I love that. See, I mean, firstly, thanks for the clarity, but also the heartwarming story.
Very wholesome.
Like imagine changing careers and the affirmation you get is from your child. That's incredible.
Yeah. Yeah, Daddy's going to be a barber.
I've always wondered what like barber school is like. And in my head, it's like a Hogwarts, but for barbers. But it's just a shop above a high street.
Yeah, it's a massive school, old-fashioned school, with one of those like red twirly things that just spins outside the school.
That's part of the school. You learn what that's called.
Barber in school. Make yourself a cut above the rest. Oh, sorry. You have to go on a strict diet so you can stay trim.
Oh no. I think after the pandemic, I think we all have a much greater respect for barbers.
I was talking about this with someone a few days ago. Like, what did you do? Did you cut your own hair?
Yeah.
See, I just stuck a hat on.
Like I've done now. Like I'm attempting to grow my hair out.
Are you? How long are we going?
Yeah.
How long are we going?
I don't know if I can pull it off. Not like Legolas, not like shoulder length, but like the average, like, actor in his 40s. I'm like, since I've turned 30, I'm like, I need to learn how to age well.
Oh my word.
But I just thought I'd take the chance. While I work from home the majority of the time, I can wear hats. I thought I'd just see how long I can get it.
Bradley Cooper.
Yeah, that's what I'm going for. I want the luscious locks.
Bradley Cooper in A Star Is Born. That's the sort of
I'm going to Google
the vibe, is it? But not quite Tarzan.
Not Tarzan.
I think you'd make a smashing Tarzan.
I would crumble under the weight of a tiger.
The weight of a tiger.
Yeah, so it's probably slightly shorter than that.
Really?
But I'm just trying to. Yeah, why not?
Why, well, why not? We'll find out. If it looks terrible, then that's the why, isn't it?
Absolutely.
So yeah, thank you, CJ, for that message. Really appreciate that. Or Chris, as we could now call. Although saying that, Chris goes both ways, doesn't it?
It does.
You never know.
Good old
Yeah,
Chrissy.
Big shout out to Chris. So yeah, I really appreciate that. And a slight throwback a slight throwback for the pod. I've got a daddy issue.
Oh,
So my daddy issue is this. So if you're maybe a fairly new listener, way back in like season 1, we used to talk about our daddy issues, and they were the issues that we faced as dads. And it would be stuff like when your kid starts teething and they just bite in everything, or when they start walking and they just run away from you everywhere. Recently, our 3-year-old has started to just kick off when it comes to getting dressed in the morning. And it's like a brutal way to start the day. Like it really affects the morning. And so what my wife Leanne's been doing is like the night before, letting her pick what she wants to wear. And I know there'll be some older listeners maybe going, shouldn't let them pick, just stick it on them. But to kind of help ease that whole battle in the morning, you pick what you want to wear. So she picks it, she lays it out in the morning, cries because she doesn't want to wear it. And it's like, what do you do?
Have you got a tight turnaround in the morning?
Depends what day it is, really. But typically it's like you have to get out now that Luke is in school. You have to get out for school anyway. Or she goes to preschool 2 days. She's with parents 2 days. So she's up and out, come 8:30. So yeah, it's just one of those things. I'm gonna put it out there. I'm gonna ask the internet for their help and opinions. What do you do when your toddler is just kicking off when it comes to getting dressed in the morning? What are your techniques that help ease the battle? Because it rages. It rages on, even when she's picked the clothes that she wants to wear. The battle's there.
She has picked them the night before, to be fair.
Yeah, sometimes it's the same day.
Okay.
Sometimes it's the morning of. She'll lay them out, say, yeah, I'll wear that, puts them on, and then vanishes, disappears, comes back wearing something else. And then the whole thing starts again.
We let Noah choose what she's wearing, apart from school uniform. Like she can decide what she's wearing as long as it is weather appropriate.
Yeah, I think
but like the combinations she comes out with are funky. They're
eclectic.
Yeah, that's exactly the word that I'm looking for. She wants to wear a dress most days, or in any scenario, where sometimes a dress isn't practical, like a soft play. But she'll wear just like clashing colours because she likes it. That's another thing that I've got over. She can wear what she likes, and I'm not embarrassed by it. I used to be like really concerned. Nah, not bothered. If she's happy, I'm happy.
See, I'm like that. Leanne, not so much, but I'm more a little bit. You know, there's. I think I've said this before. There's something wonderful about a little girl in like a princess dress with wellies on,
yeah,
or like a pair of sunglasses when it's rainy. There's just something wonderful about it.
Yeah, and the thing that Noah's got really obsessed with at the moment is accessories. She loves to have a bag. She loves to have glasses. She loves to have just stuff. It's like when you're just trying to go to the shop, it is difficult to have enough patience for a 4-year-old to don themselves and all their accessories when you're just trying to get to the shop for milk.
You don't need 3 bracelets.
It's true. It's true.
So yeah, that's the daddy issue we've been facing. And as you know, any parent to 3-4-year-olds will know, give it a week and a half, it will all change, and it'll be something new.
George, this has been fun.
Yeah,
remote.
It's been remotely fun.
It's been remotely close to good. Thank you so much for listening to the podcast. Please do send us your advice and your messages. We have no answers. I need all the advice and messages that we can get at Parenting Tools Pod.
Thank you so much for listening. We'll be back next week with another episode of the pod. And in the meantime, if you want to get in touch, like Jason said, please do. Otherwise, we will see you soon.